Canon in D. This is a beautiful fingerstyle piece, a classical piece in the key of D, where we're walking down a D major scale from the thinnest string and playing the bass notes with it. We're going to start off just by learning the higher notes, the melody, those descending notes, and then build up the complexity and add notes every line. So every line is the same, but something else is added. And we're adding the thumb in for the bass note of the chords, and then the chords themselves. So let's begin with the third finger on this hand, because we're going to be lining our fingers up 3, 2, and 1, and play just with the middle finger. The first chord would be a D, but it's just the second fret on the thinnest string. Going to the open thinnest string. Then 3, so we'll use the third finger. 3. Second fret, bar 3 then, it's the open, second string, and then second fret on string 3, so we're going to use our first finger because we're lined up like this. And that's our descending pattern, then we're going to walk back up the same notes. So just beginning again from the top, from bar 1, second fret, thinnest string, to open, third fret, second fret, open, and then 2, and then back on ourselves, so open, 2, and then 3, 0 at the end is quicker, as indicated by the tab that accompanies this lesson. 3 and 0 are on beats, 4 and, so they're a little quicker. In total, that would make 3, 4. And then the quicker notes, 3 and 0. Now what I think would be great at this point is just strumming through each of the chords that would go in between that. The second line of the tab just works through the highest note and the bass note, but I think it's great to just have a strum through these chords. So we have the D major chord, then the A major chord. You can play this any way that you like this or like this, but I'm going to go for this fashion. Just strum from string 5. Then we have this different way of playing a B minor so that we don't have to do a bar chord. This would be a B minor 7 like this. Now we're not going to be playing all those strings, but this is how we're playing it with the fingers. So finger 1, 2 and 3. The F sharp minor, what we're going to do is move that first finger to the F sharp note at second fret and move the third finger back. So that was our B minor chord, 1, 2 and 3. First finger moves up a string and third finger back. This is our F sharp chord. Then it's a G chord, but we only need the middle finger on the G note at third fret. To the D chord, G, and then A. So the only new chords really there are this B minor, like this, and then the F sharp. And if we play through, just strum those chords normally, we can begin to hear the melody and the chord together. Okay? But this second line of the tab shows just that melody that we learnt initially, with the thumb playing the bass note every time that you pluck the higher melody, every time. And that's the first time that's happened in this course for everyone. So it's a little bit trickier, but gearing you up for the trickier fingerstyle pieces. And this is a classic. So we play that melody note at the same time, the first note, at the same time as the open D string together. That's the start of the second line in this case. A the second line of our tab, that is the start note. Next, it's two open strings. It's string 5, the A note, and the open third string. Be careful not to let any of the strings ring out. You may have to dampen slightly. I've got my thumb on the thickest string here, but that's our second note. The next one, it's two notes out of our B minor chord, and it's the third finger, of course, but in this case the B root note at the second fret on string 5. We then move that first finger up and play the F sharp, and the third finger moves to the second fret. You could play that with your second finger here. I think it's probably more comfortable to keep it with the third. So the B minor was this, and then the F sharp minor is this. From the start of that second line, from bar 5, we have 3, 4. Bar 7 is a G, and it's just the middle finger needed on the thickest string here at fret 3. Then to a D, G, and then to A, but it's just that second fret needed, and then 3 open, same as the end of that first line. In total, that would give us 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. That's the end of that second line. The third line, same thing again, but we're going to pluck the thinnest 3 strings to begin, and then we're going to just pick the highest note of the melody note that we need in this song. That's kind of what happens with fingerstyle. The highest note that is played out of a chord or played at all, we tend to hear it as the melody. An example of this, I'm going to be plucking just once, but we can even pluck each chord twice most of the time. So this is going to go. Okay, so D major chord, like we strummed through a minute ago, but plucking thumb and first 3 fingers together. Same thing for the A chord, but the thumb changes to string 5. The B chord, this B7, we're not going to play the thinnest string. We're just going to play fingers 1, 2, and then the thumb. So we're just plucking the strings that we have our fingers on at this side, just those 3 strings. Same for the F sharp minor, but first finger and therefore thumb at this side changes to string 6 to give us that F sharp root note. G, D, just pluck the middle 2 strings and we only need our first finger down like this. Let's go through each of those again. From the D major chord at the start of the third line, 3, 4. To the A, B minor, F sharp minor, G, D, but just with 1 finger, and pluck the middle 2 strings. Then it's G, and the A again. Finishing that line, we've got a couple of different options. We could just do 3 to open, or add in the bass note. Having that first finger go to the 4th fret here. If there's anything here that you're really struggling with, it's probably a little bit of single note playing along with chords that you want to work on ideally at levels 4, 5 or even 6 of my beginner's course. There's so many free songs that are on the website and in the Andy Guitar app that you can stream and learn from there, where we are playing something of a single note line or just changing between chords in such a similar fashion to what we're doing here. What we can do with this third line is play it again, but pluck each chord twice and just play it on the beat. So at the moment we're just going 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. What we can do is pluck 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it really starts to sound like something. But all I'm doing is plucking the fingers again on the beat on every other time, not the thumb. So everything together the first time you play it, but then just pluck the fingers. It just keeps the bass note ringing out, which is kind of what we want for this. So D, pluck again, A, pluck again, B minor, pluck again, F sharp minor, G, pluck it again, D, just pluck the first finger again, back to G at bar 12, A, and then the ending with the bass note, and that would give us 3, 4. And that's as far as we're going to take it in this video, because I don't want to make it too advanced and think that you need to be further ahead than you are. We're really focusing on major scale melodies at this section. We're putting that with the chords in the follow-up course to this, my full fingerstyle course, which is this one. If you want to look at more about how to put melodies with chords as well, this is the next step on from that, my full fingerstyle course and songbook. There are songs in here. And I'll be doing more work on Canon in D, probably in a YouTube video or in the follow-on fingerstyle course to that one, now that we've got this full kind of fingerstyle syllabus on my website and on the Andy Guitar app. That's the end of Canon in D. You'd just be playing through, starting with the single note if you're following the tab, adding the bass note and then adding the chords, and getting used to the added layer of complexity every time. I hope you enjoyed that one. It's a beautiful song, and we got a couple of more kind of classical style pieces to finish this course, and we'll be adding the bass notes to those as well. So I hope you will join me for the last couple of lessons in this course.